Okay, maybe we should get behind the video cameras, Mary Jane. We'll get that in a second.
I need a job.
Yeah, but nobody will ever hire you.
I can tell. Who's this guy? Who's this guy over here?
Stuff due to with my assistant, and I'll take a look at the paper.
Who's this guy?
Okay.
Mole?
Great.
Is that
Is
you?
that Mole?
Gentlemen, how are you?
Is that Mole?
Mole.
Hello.
What the hell
Hey,
happened
how
to
are
you?
Holy smokes.
A lot of stuff happened, my friends. A lot of stuff.
Well, grab a
Talk
seat.
about it.
Sit down.
You know, you look fantastic.
You do look good.
Well, I want to thank you for saying so. I appreciate that. A lot of hard work.
You look absolutely
I wanna
fantastic.
thank you
Wow.
for that. Thank
Hey,
you.
can you
And
give
I
me a
have some
water real
great
quick?
news. I got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm very excited to be back.
Oh, it's
and
nice
right
to have you
back on
back.
top.
And right back on top. I like that attitude.
This is great.
Well, let's talk about it on the show, but you look great, Mole. Give me... Oh, my God.
Look at his
you.
hair and
I
everything.
know. Your hair's the...
I'm fucking amazed.
Let's. So we're doing
You-
this.
whatever-
Hair changed,
Let's.
hairstyle,
You know what's funny?
hair straight.
Perry, hold on a second. I look at his hair. His hair looks good. And then I look at yours. Look at
I'm
that.
a fucking animal.
Look at that.
I'm not going to start disparaging Perry, who's done nothing but great stuff for this podcast.
Oh, that's not
Thank you.
and for
exactly
the team,
true.
and he's the heart and soul and the energy of the whole project.
That's
I would
not
say.
true at all.
I love
Are we
that
ready to do
remark.
this?
Thank
Are
you
we
so
ready to
much,
do this?
sir.
We'll just get this water and we'll get this
Oh,
thing
wonderful.
going.
How's your
Are we-
health?
are
How's
we-
your health?
We'll get on it the show, Perry. Do you hear me? We'll talk about
okay.
it on
Hello, Mary
the
Jane.
show.
How are you? Lovely to see you.
Sorry for.
Thank you. Well, whenever this music's ready, here we go.
How about
Be
that?
careful of that
How about
glass.
that? How about that?
Oh, the guy was. Guy's been pumping.
I know this song. This is the song. This is our song. So,
Coming to you pre-recorded from Ace Broadcast Studios in Glendale, California. It's the Big Three Podcast. I'm your pal, Don Barris. I'm along with...
Scary Perry Caravello,
And with...
Walter Molinski.
Walter Molinski, Mamma Mia.
Wow. I got to tell you, this is absolutely mind-boggling. Today is a crazy show, and it just got a little crazier. First, as you know, today is our last show here at Ace Broadcasting. The Big Three Podcast is moving on, or at least hopefully moving on. But then, the real shock just came seconds ago as a Walter Molinski walked in, and I got to tell you, you look spectacular.
Oh, thank you, Don. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say. And
What did you just
and
call me? What did you just call me?
Don Barris.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
What the fuck happened?
Now, the last time
what
we saw...
the fuck happened?
The last time we saw this guy...
19 years, he's been insane, and then all of a sudden, boom.
All right, you keep
Well, it
interrupting
really
me.
isn't. I mean, it wasn't. It's a process.
Well, last time we saw you, you were on a diet, we'll call it, of heroin and crystal meth.
That's right. That's right.
And last week, John Quincy Adams called us and said that he put you in rehab. Now, please tell us what happened, because you look spectacular.
Well, thank you, Don. I appreciate that. I will tell you this, that I have been into the belly of the beast, and it was not pretty, and I've come out the other end, and I am liking the way I'm smelling.
And I don't blame you, because you smell good.
Thank you. What happened was...
What, Perry, what?
I'm shocked. This guy's. I mean, I feel like the Ted Nugent album. What was the name of that album? Back in the 80s.
Well, this is a reference.
Cat
that-
Scratch Fever.
No,
but there was a
I
Ted
know what
Nugent
you're
album.
talking about, but the point is that nobody will understand
I'm
that
so
reference.
shocked right now.
Yeah, you. I mean, when he
He's-
walked in, you didn't know who it was.
No, until I heard his voice.
Interesting. I mean, we've worked together in the capacity of the Big Three.
Yeah, but
for
see, we've
nearly
worked-
2
Over
decades.
19
We
years.
might have
yeah.
worked
19 years,
together.
yes.
But the hair is not the Walter Molinski hair that I know.
Well, I went to a stylist, and it really is. I didn't even get a cut. They just kind of brushed it out and put some relaxing conditioner in it. What happened to me? It's happened to a lot of people, and that is.
I'm fucking shocked. I want to cry. I'm so shocked.
This is unbelievable.
What-
Tell your story, Mo.
What happened to me, and it happens to a lot of people who get in a situation like myself. I used methamphetamine and heroin to drop a couple pounds for bathing suit season, like a lot of people do. I ended up becoming dependent on it. I found myself
addicted.
It's a strong word, but all right, I'll go with that. I found myself, if you want to call it an addiction, I needed it to live. Okay. And what happened was I finally said, enough is enough. I need to start eating. I need to bring food back into my life and not always turn to HN, hard narcotics, for my next meal.
Right.
I went to get myself some food, and that's where I hit bottom. I ended up on the floor, face down at the Malibu Country Market for hours and hours and hours. People stepping over me because they all thought I was planking.
What do you
And
mean
you
by
weren't planking?
I was not. I was not planking. I was passed out in my own filth.
Oh, my God.
And there were pictures posted of me, Mole Planks Malibu, Country Mart. You could see him up. I ran into some problems. But anyway, finally someone was able to turn me over and get some of the... I had a half-chewed banana in my mouth that I'd thrown up and passed out, and they were able to get the banana out.
Oh, my God.
Quincy, John Quincy Adams.
He was, if I may say something, he loves you to death.
He is a special and dear man.
He
and,
was out of his mind last week.
I will tell you, he was able to find me a space in the Narco Center for De-Drugification. It's a very exclusive facility. I was able to detoxify, and they tried some radical techniques on me. My intelligence has surpassed what my intelligence quotient was before I started the narcotics. In fact, and I do have some...
It's almost like the drug on Rise of Planet of the Apes.
I've not seen that yet. I was sent the script, but I will look at it. You know what? I'm not really seeing movies for a while. I'm just reading the books. So, what I want...
Scripts,
books. I'm into the printed word. I'm thinking that television or movies are just sucking
I'm shocked.
my intelligence.
I'm stutteringly shocked.
What I wanted to share with you, and it's kind of big news, is that after I went through the process, I came out the other side. I have, right now, a foolproof, 100% foolproof plan that will not only save the Big Three podcast,
Okay.
will make each and every member of the Big Three financially secure for the rest of our lives and our children's lives. This is no investment. This is what I want to bring to you guys because you two were always there for me. This is my gift to you. I want to initiate this financial...
Hold everything. You have a way that we can become rich to the point where we are set for life, not only our lifetime, but our children's lifetime?
It is Friday, 6 p.m., 6:20.
6/23, 2023.
This plan, once initiated, by the time you're home, your bank accounts will be your checking or savings, wherever you want to delegate the first wave of cash to go into, will be, you'll see when you get home. But I need to explain to you how the process works. It's very simple. No investment from you.
Can I just say
and
one
this
thing?
is what I want to share with you. It's something that I thought of.
Excuse me for 1 second. For people just tuning in, or you've never heard our show, and this is the first time you've listened to us, we were the stars of the hit film Windy City Heat, and we've been doing
The
this
cult classic.
podcast. This is for 42 shows now.
Wow.
And when we started this
I thought we've done,
podcast...
I would have said we've done 2, 3.
Well,
3
it's
tops.
crazy.
I don't remember them.
When we started this podcast, our goal, if you remember, was to be more original and different than any other podcast, radio show, television show around. And what we did is we involved the talking about pop culture.
True.
And then we would talk about our own personal lives. And what you're talking about right now is as personal as anything I've ever heard before.
Though it does tie into pop culture and current events because it does have something to do with the debt crisis that's going on.
Now, when you say this, you're talking about the thing that will make us so wealthy that we will have enough money to live the rest of our lives, and our children will have money to live the rest of their lives.
Absolutely.
Okay, and that sounds
Now,
probably one of the
do you
most
mind?
interesting things that I've ever heard. But what I should talk about real quick, if I
Perry,
may
you have a
interrupt.
question?
No. Let me interrupt real quick. For the people that don't know, today is our last podcast here at Ace Broadcasting, and there's some mixed emotions. We've had some good times, and we've had some bad times. I will say this. It was wonderful working with Donnie Mizrahi. He taught me a lot about the podcast industry, and I think we put a pretty darn good show together, and I would say at least 95% of the reason is Donnie Mizrahi. And today is our last show, so it's going to be kind of lost without him because we are moving on. Now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to move into another studio. We don't have all the funds yet. We've had some guys help us out.
Don,
and when you
Don,
say
I
this
will
about
tell you this,
money,
that the studio, the cost of the studio,
right? That's what I'm saying.
You can take your pick of studios in Los Angeles and post houses wherever you want to do it. You honestly, I would like us to rent out a floor in the Capitol Records building.
What?
Wow, that's
What?
The set, not
Are
the
you
top
making,
floor.
Are you freaking
an
me
entire
out?
floor. This is the same
Are
place
you
where the
freaking me
Beatles,
out?
Frank Sinatra,
Yes.
on and
Missing
on and on.
Persons.
You're
Yes.
saying have an
Missing
entire
Persons.
floor there?
Oh,
It
this
wouldn't be
is
the top floor. The
amazing.
top floor is taken up, but there is the third floor from the top. We can get that floor.
Whoa. Well, I want to hear all about this.
It's all part of my plan. I can't wait to tell you guys about it. It's very exciting.
Can you tell us tonight?
I want to tell you now. I want to get this
Well,
thing
then-
going.
All
I
right,
want to initiate.
before we get into that, though, we've got something we got to do because one of the favorite bits on this show is a segment where the audience, the home people, get a chance to play around with this, so to speak.
Oh, yeah.
It's a segment where listeners can be part of the fun by sending us $10 cash, and you'll get a mention on the show. It's time once again for our $10 shout out.
$10 shout out.
Okay, we have just the one shout out today, and Mole, or do you go by Walter now?
I prefer Walter. If
Okay.
that's all right. It is my
Walter.
Beautiful.
Christian.
We had one shout out, and if you wouldn't mind opening that and reading that for us.
Certainly. Hello, Big Three. Here's my $10 shout out. The Australian dollar is now slightly stronger than the U.S. dollar, currently at 1.0665. So this is, in fact, worth more than $10. I love Windy City Heat, and I've listened to all your podcasts, and for some reason I must be a fan. I like it when Don yells at Perry. Don is the Don of the Big Three. Mole is my favorite. His chronic drug addictions are funny.
No longer, though.
But Perry, I am not sure if Perry is the greatest actor in history or actually the biggest dumbass on the internet.
He might be the biggest
I
dumbass.
take exception to that. His different accents may be very convincing, but I think he believes everything you tell him. What an idiot. I hope he can prove me wrong. I find this insulting. Perry is supposedly a stand-up comedian. Please have him tell one or two of his latest and very best original jokes. If he can make Don and or Mo laugh, Perry can have the $10. If Perry fails to entertain Don and Mo, can split the cash. Go.
Well,
Matt
maybe-
Turfree, Fremantle, Western Australia.
Oh, an Australian. Whoa. Well, wait a minute. Before you do that, you know what? It's funny that he should bring that up because I had a couple listeners get in touch with me, and they felt that I didn't give you a real chance to do a real good job telling a joke last week. They were kind of upset with me. So now you've got a little money at risk here, and here's another chance for Perry. You ready to tell a joke? Well, so here's Perry with a joke. Go!
Fuck. That dollar bill there that you got on the
$10 bill.
that's not even that's not even an American $10.
It's an Australian. Why would he?
No,
Any bank could change it for you.
Oh really?
And it's worth more than $10.
Yeah, $10.65.
Okay, but you've got to make us laugh, and if you can't, then we get to keep it. Am I correct,
Yeah.
Mo?
That is what was stipulated in Matt's letter.
God, I'm trying to remember my old bit.
Okay,
Well,
go ahead.
all right, you guys like to talk about the Randy Callahan matter. I got you going.
I'm not laughing at that.
You're
I'm
not-
laughing at Brian.
Yeah, you're
and it has
laughing
nothing
at
to do with.
Brian.
Look at Brian.
Well, hey.
All right, just go ahead. Tell your joke.
Now, what's going on? Well, I'm not gay, one. That matter was back in 1992. This is 2011. 19 years later, and I'm glad it's long gone and over with. God, something funny to talk about now.
Wait a minute. So that was the precursor to the joke?
He's warming up. He's
I'm
warming up the crowd.
I mean, oh shit! How about the traffic on the 405 with the new bridge that they're building? They're spreading the Getty Center, making it wider and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as long as it's, God, I can't even think. I've been so under the weather lately. It's
Something
just,
about how they're making it wider.
Yeah.
Your wife's hips.
ex-wife's hips. Yeah, the fat. She wasn't fat. She was a bony little bitch. But
Maybe when
Okay.
Caltrans is done.
So that wouldn't. Well, actually, that wouldn't work if his wife wasn't fat.
Yeah.
Then it
she
would.
was.
Okay, go on.
Let me
We're
think. Let me
405.
think.
You're back in the 405.
405, 101, 105, 10.
the 101, there's a 110 Harbor Freeway. There's the
Um,
105.
The 5
Yeah.
itself.
5
actually.
is the
Five
the
itself.
Golden State Freeway.
Yeah.
That goes way up north to way down south.
Yep, all the way to Mexico to Canada.
Yeah.
Highway 1.
Highway 1 classic.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, the
One of the
PCH
California-
one.
CH.
Okay, we're
Highway
trying to help you out.
I know. I'm
Uh,
stumped. I'm
okay.
so fucked up with my fucking headache. I
Mm.
think I've got a fever. I don't even know yet. I
Mhm.
haven't-
Okay, headaches,
Sex. Need to talk about sex.
Headaches and sex, yeah. Classic.
On the freeway.
Yeah, sex on the freeway, huh?
Okay.
Sex behind the wheel. That's a good job.
Okay, we're a little confused.
I'm
Continue
fucked
on.
up. I can't even think straight.
Okay, this
This sucks. I know.
it's kind of looking like you're not going to get the money unless you kind of come up with a joke. Right? You're
How about something about Australia? Something about Australia.
Something good about Australia.
Well, a joke about
Throw,
Australia.
throw another joke on the Barbie.
Do another joke on the Bobby.
Okay.
All right, what's
You
the
call that a
difference?
fanny pack? This is a fanny pack.
Yeah, but see,
Okay, we're really.
let me think.
Did it say anything about a time limit on the joke?
There was no time limit for Perry to tell
Okay.
one joke.
Christ.
Okay, so it's- well, I think,
I'm
you know,
stumped.
it's taking a lot of time.
Yeah, I
so
know. I'm
I
sorry.
just
I'm
want you to
totally
get this
sorry.
money. I want you to take the money.
I thank you.
Well, but I'm feeling bad.
I feel bad too that I can't even
let's
spit
go
out
back.
anything
Let's go-
funny.
Let's go back to what you were talking about.
With the Randy Callahan matter,
No,
because that's where you were smiling and about ready to
no, I
really
was.
come out laughing.
No, I don't. Okay.
God.
Okay.
I'm
Randy
gonna
Ca-
try to do my grocery store bit.
No.
Yeah. How you guys doing? There we go. How you guys doing? You guys have a nice day?
Yeah.
I had a
pretty
bad
good.
day.
What happens?
Start things off. I had to get up early, and I'm
Huh?
not much of a morning person.
Uh-huh.
You know how most people wake up at the crack of dawn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I woke up inside dawn's crack.
Wait,
What?
wait.
Dawn, not dawn. Not dawn's
say that?
crack.
You know
Dawn's
what?
crack.
If
And you don't do the
want
Randy
to
Callahan
talk
thing,
about
then you-
that stuff, not Dawn. Don't please don't
Not
bring Dawn
Dawn,
into this.
Dawn.
But you said Dawn. You
D-A-W-N.
said Dawn's crack.
I said
I heard
Dawn's-
it too.
crack.
I said
Brian,
dawn's crack.
wait, Mary Jane, did he say Dawn's
Dawn,
crack?
Dawn.
That's what I
Dawn.
thought. Okay,
Dawn.
everybody here heard.
D-A-W-N. Dawn.
Maybe you should change the name because everybody thinks you're
Dawn
saying
is right here.
Dawn is right here.
Right.
Dawn. Crack of dawn.
Change her name.
Why would I change the crack of dawn? You know, the morning.
But everybody
is-
thinks you're talking about me.
I'm not talking about you.
How many people thought he was talking about me? Yeah, everybody. Brian back
All right,
there,
it's
Mary
crack
Jane.
of dawn.
Okay.
I'm not talking about Don.
Okay, we're confused.
Next.
All right, so is that the joke?
Fuck it.
Is that the
Okay.
joke?
It's not over, but the joke just started.
Get to the part where
Mr. T?
sure. Yeah, get to the part with Mr. T.
Where's... Let me think about that.
I really would love to tell you guys my money making plan.
I want to hear the
I
joke.
wanna hear the-
rich.
I want to hear the joke first
Okay,
because we
okay,
got
you're right,
$10
you're right,
sitting
you're right.
on there.
And Dawn's
Can't rush
crack,
to
crack of dawn. Wait a second here.
You did say
No, most
dawn.
people-
You did say dawn.
I said dawn.
Not dawn.
D-A-W-N.
Okay, go ahead.
Dawn. You know how most people wake up at the crack of dawn?
Right.
You know, and sometimes people think they woke up inside dawn's crack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. You know, and when I get stumped on that portion, I'm starting to
How
forget
about
the joke.
mornings are for assholes? Rise and shine.
Rise and shine. Yeah, thank you. I'm so fucked up right now. I can't even
I understand.
think.
I understand.
Okay, there
You
is
should
a
come
lot
to a
of
meeting.
pressure.
You
I've
should
got
really
him.
come to a meeting.
Do you think his problem is drugs?
Drugs.
The way he's talking.
It seems to be. Maybe that's it all along.
You gotta.
Maybe you should go to AA.
NA.
AANACA.
Something.
I've been to those.
Well,
Yep.
you should do something.
Turn me around.
Good.
Although I went
Okay,
to the
would you?
Narco
Are you
Center.
willing to give up on the joke? Is
Yeah,
it
I
done?
give up on the
Okay.
joke.
Then we'll
Sorry.
split. Well,
Split
that was
it.
our only $10
Yeah.
shout out. If you want to get in touch with us on the social networks, don't
No
forget.
jokes.
I'm at Don Barris on Facebook.
fucked up.
Perry Caravello is at Perry F. Caravello. And that's
CARAVELLO.
Karavelo.
I'm sorry, you guys. I just have to.
Walter Molinski on Facebook. You can also check out Windy City Heat on
This is
Facebook.
Walter.
Also,
sorry.
don't forget a guy that's been very close to our show who actually is an American hero, the great
He's
terrifying
not
Tim
a
Berbedic.
hero.
If
He's
you want
a
to get in touch with him,
punk.
he's on Facebook at Tim Berbedic. Don't forget
could-
my Ding Dong Show.
Yeah, I
if you
can
want to get
just
on that on
mention a
Facebook.
bunch of
How
names
about
on Facebook.
what about the Twitter account? I'm at Simply Down One. What are you at?
Scary Perry 818. And what's Walter? Mullins?
Walter, you
Yeah.
don't have a.
You know what?
You don't have a Twitter account
I
yet?
really feel it's marginalizing my intelligence having to capture it in 140 characters. So I'm going to start vlogging soon.
Well,
Vlogging.
and that was our $10 shout out.
$10 shout out.
Well, anyway, okay. Sorry about that,
My head is
Scaremaster.
pounding.
Okay,
I'm
well, that's
sorry.
not my fault. It really isn't.
Sorry, I have to take this call just really quick.
Go ahead.
This is Walter. Okay. Well, that's great. You know what? Transfer some of that, or just open another account. If it's maxed out, just start another account. Start another account with wherever it's maxed out to on top of that, and then put that in. I'm also going to be calling you. We're also going to be setting up
What is he talking
Don
about?
Barris and Perry Caravello with accounts as well.
Oh,
I'll be calling you back with that
all right.
information. Okay.
money? Okay.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. That's wonderful. Yeah, I know. The Nikkei index, it's the Japanese. Thank God for the Japanese, right? Okay, I'll talk to you. Okay.
Dude, you're amazing.
There's a
I'm
lot
gonna
to-
say
you know,
three
take
words
this,
that
take
I
this.
normally say to women.
I wouldn't. I don't. It's,
But.
Okay.
Thank
What are
you.
you saying? Perry, what are you saying?
He said, take this.
Oh, the $10, the Australian
Yeah.
one? Well, we'll split it up because I want my 5. I still want mine.
I don't even know how to cash.
Okay, we'll do it. Anyway,
take
you
him
were
to a
saying
bank,
something.
they'll
What were you
change it.
saying to Mole?
You're amazing, Mole. I love you, brother.
oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks. That's very special.
I really do. You're somebody that, you know.
I'm confused in what you're saying.
Well, these funds that are going to be able to help us out for the rest of our lives and help out our children for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely.
Well, in case that doesn't work,
I will tell you this: when the money starts coming in next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that, invest some of it into some real estate. This is my one piece of advice: take like a quarter of it and buy like a nice 2-bedroom condo in Marina Del Rey or Malibu or something. Just pay for it, and if you really want to be smart, pay your property taxes for the next 10, 15 years ahead of time. Then you don't have to worry about it. Only take like a quarter of it. I mean, that'll replenish itself, that money, by Thursday. But
Can I
Tuesday-
ask a question? Can I ask a dollar amount that we are, that you're helping us out with?
hold on just a
I'm
second. Hold on. I forgot to make mention of something that has happened to us pretty big. The Big 3 podcast now has its own PayPal account. If this thing with you doesn't work out, you can get in touch with us on PayPal and send us a gift or anything you'd like to help out with the new studio
Right.
at Simply Don the Podcast Network at hotmail.com. That's through your PayPal. That's Simply Don the Podcast Network at hotmail.com. So if you want to send us some cash, if this thing with you doesn't work out, Mole.
The thing with me, okay.
The thing with Mole is going to work
Yes,
out.
thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
I have total
Well, how
faith.
do you know? You don't
I
even
mean,
know what it is.
look at the way
you don't
he's-
even know what it is
but,
yet.
But please,
What are you talking about? Scaremaster. You haven't heard one thing that he said
well,
about it.
let's listen to Mole because we're not letting Mole speak.
What are you talking about? Mole's been
Walter?
doing
I
nothing
will.
but...
Can I say
Go ahead,
one thing? Can I
Walter.
say one thing? when you start making these revenues, and I know that I know Don is used to it, but Perry, this is going to be the first time you're going to have substantial money. I want you to remember to give some of it to charity. Find a charity, because you're not going to be able to spend all that in a lifetime. And I want you to be able to give some of it to a good charity.
Okay. That's nice, but I think that we've got to do something, because Perry also, he had his manager make sure that he had 60 seconds to talk about whatever he wanted. So right now it's time once again for 60 seconds with Perry. Go!
Oh, shit. Well, Scary Perry has Scary Perry skateboards at www.scaryperry, the number 8, skate, S-K, the number 8, and boards.com. You can order one of 4 decks to skateboard on. Plus, I just recently ordered 3 memorabilia decks. They're cartoons on the bottom, and they are going to have a Big 3 podcast sticker for memorabilias. They're going to be memorabilia decks for the 3 of us to sign. It's going to be Big 3.
I'm sorry, will our images be?
Yeah. On the stickers. What? Why?
Well, you've got to get in touch with our attorneys.
What's going on? You don't want.
I don't want to be represented on a product right now. I just can't do it.
Stop! There's 60 seconds with Perry. Good job, Scaremaster. So what were you saying earlier, Mole? Because I wanted to get back to that. That's
I'm stumped. What's going on? Talk to me, Mole. You don't want to have anything to do with the Big 3 podcast?
I'm still involved in the Big 3 podcast. Aren't I?
I mean, you see the little pin that I got?
Yes.
On here?
Yes.
That's. Do we have can I make the sticker somewhat like this?
Yeah, of
Not
course.
with my image.
Well, I mean,
It's you got the 3 of us on there.
Okay,
You will not be using my image.
You don't want.
I do not want to be represented on a sticker for a skateboard. But thank you for asking me. I can't afford that kind of exposure. With what's happening right now.
I don't understand.
Well, why don't you explain?
Let me see the button.
Why don't you explain what's
happening?
Take
a look at that
right
picture.
now?
Take a look at that picture of me.
Right
Perry.
here, this one.
Is that really how you want me to walk into a board meeting right now?
With your tongue
with
out?
people saying, "Oh, it's the guy from the skateboard sticker." Really?
No.
Or the guy from the Big 3 podcast.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying, Mo. Well,
I don't get it. You know, you're the one funny guy in this Big 3 podcast.
I appreciate
that is so obscure and so different. I'm going to hand Don the $10 because I want $10 to be in American money, not Australian money.
Well, I want pizza pie to be worth $100,000, but it's not going to happen.
Okay.
So you make that $10 into American money. And then give me 5 of it, or half of it.
All right, I'll give you 5 now if I have it.
You don't have to give me 5
I don't know.
You don't have to give me 5 now. Just put it aside. What were you talking about, Mole? Because what you were saying earlier sounded interesting.
What I've done is I've figured out a loophole in the current budget crisis that is enabling, completely legally, Americans just like ourselves to capitalize through a series of financial maneuvers that is going to make us incredibly wealthy.
Oh, before we get to that, I do have to do one thing. This company is making its last commercial with us today because of Perry, I guess. ASM Plumbing and Porn is your one stop for all your plumbing and hardcore man-on-man porn concerns. That's at 440-731-9338. Hi, friends. It's your old pal from the cult classic film Windy City Heat and from the podcast that makes you glad you're internet savvy, the Big 3 Podcast. Well, I'm here today to talk to you once again about an American company that has broken new business ground. 2 brothers from Ohio took their very, very successful plumbing business and they combined it with their true love, hardcore man-on-man porn. And that's how they formed ASM Plumbing and Porn. You wonder how this new concept has been accepted in the naive Midwestern Ohio town? Well, it's worked out great. And it's not just because there's nothing to do in Ohio except wish they lived in Michigan. But don't take my word for it. Let's hear from a guy that claims he's straight but does have a check mark for dabbling. ASM Plumbing and Porn spokesman, Scary Perry Caravello.
Hi, friends. I'm the Scaremaster, Scary Perry Caravello, from the Big Three podcast and from the cult film classic Windy City Heat. I'm here today because I want my fans to know that when I'm playing the Scaremaster, I play a homophobic, racist, male chauvinistic, moronic fool. But when I'm away from the gang, I love watching hardcore man-on-man porn. Yeah. I consider myself straight because even though I've only committed one gay act in my life, I found that I didn't like it. Just because I didn't like my experience back in 1992, it does mean that I can't enjoy watching the hardcore man-on-man porn. Trying to get them back as a sponsor.
Wait, no. That's where you're supposed to improvise an apology, ASM Porn, trying to get them back as a sponsor.
Okay.
So what you'll do is you'll talk from the heart here.
All right. Listen. Guys over at ASM. You know how I feel bad about being an asshole when I was an asshole. But, you know, you guys were very polite and very nice and very warm and respective and stuff. But again, I am sorry for being an asshole.
You need to be a little more respectful, my friend.
Absolutely, especially in the business world.
Yeah, I open up sometimes in the wrong way, and
why is that, do you think?
It's part of something that I have bad that happened to me about 30 plus years ago.
You know, Mole, it seems as if you've had a lot of group therapy since you've been in the rehab.
Yeah, we had a lot of group therapy. We had a lot of one-on-one with Dr. Livingston. It really gets in there, and that's kind of when I went into my mind and rediscovered Walter, was where I came up with the foolproof plan to make us all wealthy.
Now,
awesome.
You were serious about this.
Yeah, but I need all of your cooperation to make it happen.
I'm more than welcome, too.
I got John Quincy Adams actually hooked up with it earlier, and I assume he's doing very well.
He's always been doing very well.
Yesterday, last night we hooked him up into it.
So he is strong. Well, tell us a little bit about it.
There's a lot of ways to make money in America. There's real estate. There's
absolutely.
There's funds for.
You were saying that Perry can live a good life.
You never know. The people who win the lottery, it's up to them. It's what they want to do with that newfound wealth.
Win the lottery? Did you win the lottery?
I did not win the lottery. The lottery is a game. This is something that's an actual way to achieve wealth in a matter of hours.
Now you're saying the lottery. Are you telling me to play the lottery?
He didn't say that at all.
Harry, what are you talking about?
He's saying he can make money for you, more money than you'll ever need in your lifetime. And just
I'm not making it for
hours.
you. You're making it yourself. I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to tell Dan how to do it. I told John Quincy Adams how to do it.
How?
Okay. It's very
Before you get to that, I will say one thing. I have been getting a lot of emails, and you know what everyone's really interested in? And I think we should talk a little bit about that before we get into this.
Please don't yell it through the microphone.
I'm not going to yell anything. That's not my style.
Okay.
We're just going to talk about your father, Cookie Caramello.
Cookie is not his name.
People love the Cookie
Cookie
Caramello.
is not his name.
It was his nickname.
That is not even his nickname.
Well, it was on the boat, apparently. I remember vaguely. I remember something about an admiral and he
whatever
were lovers.
Whatever. They were not gay. They were not lovers.
Okay, you're
obviously going to a lot of the past is foggy to me. Here's what I remember.
Bullshit.
Here's what I remember.
Let him.
A lineage of man love through the Caravellos.
What?
Dating back from you to your father, Cookie Caravello, and the admiral.
My dad's name is Sonny.
Okay, to your grandfather.
But on the boat, he was Cookie.
He was
Let him talk.
cook.
Let him talk.
And your grandfather, his name was?
My mother's father's name was Frank Giuliano.
And Frank Giuliano's
Was the
relationship
tailor-
with Al Capone
Was a tailor in Chicago.
which is what they called domestic partners
He was not domestic partners.
with Al Capone.
He
This
was
is what
not-
I remember.
Jesus
Everything's
Christ.
vague to me. You have to understand, Perry, that
You would think you'd be a little prouder of that. That the fact Al Capone, one of the biggest crime bosses,
was not
an
a gay
Italian-
man either.
an Italian-American hero, basically, Al Capone, and your grandfather spent time with him.
Well, my grandfather was the tailor for Al Capone. They were not gay lovers.
Well,
Christ.
be that as it may, all I know is that we need to get past that and we need to start making some money. Now, all you two really have to do is a couple easy steps to initiate this whole.
Mole, excuse me. Can we get to that in just one second?
But I would like to get it because we're losing money as we talk. The sooner you guys, I set this up for you, I can do it on my phone.
I completely understand.
I can do it on my phone
Let's
and
do
have
it.
you guys
All right,
set up.
but before
that
we get to
by the
that,
time you get home, okay,
we
go ahead.
got 3 guys just sitting around, and we're talking about the ladies. It's time once again for a little guy talk.
Oh yeah, it's guy talk. Gonna talk about the ladies. Guy talk.
How are we gonna?
Perry, why would you interrupt the
sorry.
theme?
Well, because he's
We're in the
doing
middle
this,
of guy
he's doing
talk.
money.
We're in the middle of guy talk. Let's
Well-
not talk about money. Let's
He's got a
talk
point.
about
He's
the
got a point.
ladies.
He's got a point. We are
All
talking.
right.
We are sitting around talking about the ladies.
All right, let's talk
So
about
a
the
week
ladies.
ago last night, I saw Lady Gaga.
At Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Absolutely. And
How was she?
How was she? Let's just say I'm a little monster now.
Oh, she got sexual with you?
What do you think?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, because I hear stories that she's a dyke. I hear stories that she's a bisexual.
You know who she reminded me a lot of?
Oh,
Her face and her hair. She looked exactly like Sheba.
Oh, Perry's meal ticket.
that was 19 years ago.
Right. But that was your original meal ticket. Because the way you got into this whole project was you were lovers with a beautiful lady named Sheba.
She was okay.
And you were proud to say she was your meal ticket.
She was okay.
She was beautiful.
To you guys,
And you made love to her.
once.
And
How was that?
Sheba was not Linda, okay?
We're not talking about Linda. We're talking about Sheba as
Okay.
a woman. Let's not compare her to anyone else.
Well, Linda was the top-notch lover that I've been with lately.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
that's
see,
been-
we're talking about Sheba. You went a completely different
Sheba.
route. This is why I can't
Sheba.
believe this. You know
All
what?
right, Sheba. Let's
Maybe-
talk about Sheba.
Okay, quick, because you know what? You're
Sheba was
ruining-
very thin. Like my ex-wife was very thin.
and
she
you
was-
were lovers.
Yeah,
You
okay.
made love to her.
Yeah, we had sex.
You
It was
made
okay.
Love to her.
I made love to her, doggy style, in the dark, in an apartment that had no furniture. Just a couple of boxes of clothes. That was it.
And that was guy talk.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Oh, boy.
it's guy talk.
Now, what were you talking about before we were in guy talk?
I was trying to stress to you, too, that we need to strike while the iron is hot on this, okay?
Let's.
This is something that we can initiate now. I can punch everything in on my phone. I need a couple.
Oh, we got a phone call. Why don't you send that phone call through real quick for us, if you wouldn't mind? I bet you.
Hello, all. Guess who's buzzing up Ace Broadcasting Studios one last time?
That's
JQA,
JQA.
John Quincy Adams.
Ah, Walter, wonderful. You're there safe and sound.
Hello, John.
Don, Perry, what do you think of Mo's newfound sobriety?
I'm shocked.
I'm absolutely blown away. His hair looks perfect. He looks in
He
better
looks
shape
like a
than I've
man
ever
rather than
seen
an
him.
animal.
his voice pattern, every single thing about him is spectacular. I got to tell you the truth.
Hey, John, I got to tell you, I don't think the guys really appreciate the severity of my new intelligentsification.
Have you told him about your epiphany yet?
Yeah, I was trying to. Yeah, you were going to hold until the rest of the show.
Wonderful idea. Build the suspense.
Yep.
May I just say, Walter, a personal thank you. I invested nothing, and in the last 6 hours alone, I've received over $40,000 US
I knew it.
wired
Whoa.
into my checking account. I
Whoa.
don't know how you did it, but it sure is fun being along for this gravy train.
Right? It is, right? It's wonderful. I love it.
Walter,
Perry,
how
shut up. Just let him talk.
Well, we're all making, or soon to be making, a lot of money. May I take one moment to speak to Perry and Don in private? Would that be all right, Walter? Would
wanna
you
talk?
excuse us?
Absolutely. You know what? I'm going to grab a vitamin water on my car. I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll be right
Okay.
back. I'm stressing
All
out
right,
a little bit
listen,
about this.
gents,
I really
listen.
want to talk
Mowgli's
about
doing gangbusters. I give all credit to his
this going,
physician.
because I'm starting to get
Dr.
stressed out.
Livingston, I presume?
Once more, yes, Don, Dr. Livingston. You had asked about his controversial methods last week. Let me tell you, Dr. Livingston has had great success, but he has run into something called the flowers for Algernon effect. Harry, are you familiar with that?
I have no clue what you're talking about, sir.
The flowers for Algernon effect. Listen to me for a moment. Listen.
Go
the
ahead.
flowers for Algernon effect simply means that if Walter was to partake in any, and I mean any narcotics, he would snap back to his normal mole state of disintelligencemia, perhaps even more pronounced.
So what you're saying is he'd be dumb again?
Yes, Don, yes, he'd be quite dumb. He needs to say nope to dope, yes?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right.
That's exactly right.
So I think that what you're saying here is if he started doing dope again, it would screw it up for everybody here. And this way of making money for not only you, Mr. Adams, but myself, Perry, and for our children and our children's children possibly. We could be screwed up with that, Perry.
Yeah,
He can't do dope ever again.
not anymore.
Oh, my God. Where is he? Where'd he
He went to
go?
his car to get vitamin water.
Oh, Mary Jane, do me a favor. Go out and get Mole real quick.
What do you plan on saying?
I don't know. What scares me is we got to watch Mole. Because if Mole comes back and he goes out and he hangs out with any of his friends, he's going to get high. And whatever magic money thing he's got going will be gone.
He looks good now.
He looks great, but we just got to keep him away from the dope. That's what
What
we gotta
friends does he have that does dope?
I don't know all of his
Because
friends.
I don't know any of his friends.
I know, but what I'm saying is
I
this.
only know us.
If he's high all the time, he's going to... What's the matter? Mary Jane?
Guys, I think that Mole found the joint full of heroin that he left on the barbecue in the parking lot a few weeks ago.
Oh, no.
Are you serious?
Oh, no. What happened? Mole, where's your shirt? Where's your shirt, Mole?
Oh my God! Oh my God! What was happening outside?
What is...
You know what I just found?
Oh my
You know what I
God.
found? You know what I found?
No. I smell dope. I smell
I
weed.
smell weed.
Oh,
I
no.
found the joint with heroin.
Oh, get off
Scare
me.
Master,
Get
we're doing
the
a
fuck away from
podcast.
me.
What about the money?
We're doing a podcast. Hey, you guys. I'll
Yeah,
get some
do it.
money. I got an idea. Give me some money. I'll get some some hard narcotics.
Oh, Mole. No. You were telling us earlier about this loophole in the government where we would be able to get some money, setting us up for life.
Oh God.
On the last podcast?
No. Right before you went out.
Christ.
What did you smoke out there, Mole? Mole.
I'm trying to
talk-
backtrack. I'm
So
saying,
you didn't.
I what? Maybe. I don't know.
He did.
Mole, you think real hard. What happened with that?
Listen to me. Let me do this. Let me ask Mole one question. It may help. Is that all right?
Go-
Is that all right? One question.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mo, let me ask you. Why did the spider play baseball?
To get fly balls.
You
Wait
certainly
a
are.
second, Mr. Adams.
I'm
you
back,
know,
baby.
You know the money
Fly
plan,
balls.
Mr. Adams?
I'm back.
What's that done, you're breaking up.
Can you tell us about the money?
Diane Canyon. Toodles all.
Oh, shit. Mole. What are you talking about, Mole? Mole, what happened? Where's your shirt?
No. Wait, hold on. Okay. All right. I figured out a way to make a bunch of dough, right? Shit.
You were telling us.
Ah!
Government. Loophole in the government.
Right.
What is it? Tell us.
Where's my phone?
Okay, Mole.
Do you have my phone?
No, I don't have.
I don't have your phone. Don doesn't have your
Oh,
phone.
nobody has your phone, Mole.
I got a phone.
Okay. Who are you calling?
I'm checking something.
What do we do?
Talk.
What happened?
Hold on.
Why did you let him go out there?
I didn't let him go out there.
When he asked you,
Hold
you
on,
said,
hold
yeah,
on.
go ahead.
Hold on. What does all this mean?
Oh, hold everything. Look who's here.
Hey, it's our sponsor.
It's our sponsor, Neil Leeds
Neil's
from
here.
Leeds Mattresses.
Neil the
everybody.
deal.
Neil with the deal.
There he is.
Neil the deal. Got a fishing reel. Yeah. You know how I feel.
Come on over here and sit down. Grab a headset.
What's happening, buddy?
Hey, Neil. Welcome to the show.
boy.
I don't know if I'm on. I'm a little short on my ears here.
You're short on your ears. Hold on just a second.
I never said that before.
It's cold in here, man.
Well, you got your shirt off. What do you get your shirt off for?
Well, anyway, welcome, Neil Leeds,
Hey, thank you, sir.
owner of 26 Leeds mattress stores throughout the Los Angeles area. The Big Three sponsor. Welcome. We just had that big auction that we had where we gave away the bed,
Yep.
the autographed neck brace that Perry wore for 6 weeks, and a $10 shout out. Now, the results aren't in as we're recording this because we recorded a week early. But
Gotcha.
thank you very much for that, Neil.
anytime.
Thank you so much.
I will say this. I am a little disappointed by the response of people. And I'm very sorry. I don't mean to beg for things. It was just we were leaving Ace Broadcasting and
Absolutely.
we needed to get a new studio. And I'm out of money, and I appreciate all your help. I wish somebody could have helped
That is
us
so
out
nice of
and
you.
made a little bit bigger of a bid on the auction.
I think it's, I saw some activity on it, and
I wish we would have gotten more money is what I'm
you're
trying
right.
to tell you.
You're absolutely right.
And again, if you want to help us because we're still a little short and we still don't have a date where we're going to open the new studio because we need a couple other things. So if you want to get in touch with us and you want to help us build a new studio in any way, any donation will help. And keep in mind, we now have a PayPal account at Simply Don the Podcast Network at hotmail.com. So send us something, get us going there. Neil, why don't you talk about some of your stores?
Well, basically the same thing applies for the last 15 years. We have 26 mattress stores throughout Los Angeles, Orange County, and Riverside. And we specialize in all major brands. And of course,
You won't be beat, so to speak.
oh yeah.
Who came up with that line? You won't be beat. Was it the commercial people?
It was actually, it was an artist who was drawing my character. And he was saying that you need, because originally I was just going to stick with my last name with nothing fancy or any comedic, like any mascot. And he says, that's a little starchy. And then I turn around and he was drawing my sign, but I didn't realize he was an art, he actually was an artist.
Starchy.
So really quick,
What do you?
well, like it was just leads with nothing on it.
Right.
So I turned around and I look and I see my character and I'm laughing. I'm like, "Are you kidding?" Like he says, "Yeah, I do the sign work as my day job, but I'm really an artist."
Mm-hmm.
So I saw my character and I was like, "Oh my God, this is unbelievable! It's so super cool." He says, "Yeah, you're gonna put that on your sign," and he says, "Also, you need something that, like, what do people call you?" I said, "Well, people say Neil, and they say, well, give me your best deal." He says, "Well, I got something for you." He said, and this is like 13 years ago. He goes, "Neil with the deal," and guess what? You won't be beat. So all of a sudden, I'm like, no, this can't. I'm not going to use it. And it's sure enough. 15 years later, Neil with the deal, I won't be beat is the slogan we've used.
We've already done guy talk, but I
Okay.
was wondering, have you ever had like some crazy girl say to you, "Hey, Neil, say I won't be beat," as you're giving it to her?
Man, Don, if I could just fabricate something for you, just for the audience, I would.
But it hasn't
and
happened.
it hasn't happened. I just
That's
love. I
okay.
would have loved to. I mean, I would actually.
Perry's
come on
kind of
board
proud that he hasn't had sex in a long time.
I probably missed
I'm
it.
kinda proud of that.
I probably missed like the best thing that happened. Wait, how was the sex talk today? How was the guy
Guy
talk?
talk?
Guy talk. Sorry.
It was
didn't
pretty
see-
intense.
Who was the one that's got it rolling?
Well, I don't think anybody really did. I tried to get
was all
Perry going
participated.
on a former lover of his
Yeah,
by
I
the
just
name of
talked
Sheba,
about,
who he
God.
made love to, and he was
They
like,
always ask
That was
me.
back in
Some of the
1990
all your fans
something.
always ask me about you, Perry, and they say,
Cool.
you know, they like you, and they just see that we compliment each other, and it
Thanks.
seems like I calm you down or something. And I don't know what I do. I don't do anything but just you speak to me, I speak to you. But
You
know-
ever go to the Leeds concert?
in England,
Live at Leeds?
Yeah,
yes,
Live at Leeds.
Live at Leeds.
You know what you should do?
The
is
soccer team too.
You should stream that Leeds concert in your store and everyone sleep over and watch the Leeds concert.
I just had a brainstorm come through here. I don't know what happened, and I don't know how I caught this. Before, we were talking about spending the night at a Leeds store and doing a little promotion there. How about this?
Leeds.
We do a podcast live at Leeds, the Big Three.
The store on La Brea.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll get to that a little later. I just wanted to thank you,
Oh, no,
Neil.
thank you, Don.
This is our last show here at the Ace Broadcasting
glad to be a
Company.
part
I was
of it
glad that
in
you were
one
part of
way,
it.
yeah.
You know, if we are able to get the other show going, I hope that you're part of that too. I hope,
Oh, thanks.
we're trying to build this studio.
Walter
Put it-
Molinski over here's got a brainstorm.
I'm in the
Just
middle
came
of
up.
talking to somebody. By the way, do we call you Walter or Mole now?
I'm old, dude. What? What are you
Your shirt's off?
I'm a little confused because
I'm a little confused too because a moment ago you walked in as a complete gentleman, like an office.
Any
that's
gay,
what I'm having a
some
hard
real
time
estate guy,
remembering.
if you don't mind me asking, any gay jokes today, or you were okay?
He told the Randy Callahan joke.
You did.
We
Dude.
tried to.
Yeah,
but it wasn't
It
funny.
didn't
I
work,
wasn't-
right?
I
So
wasn't-
it was good.
because
It
I'm
slowed
not a
down.
gay
Wasn't too
guy.
fast.
No, that's good then, right?
Because I'm not a gay
Oh,
guy,
that's good. That's
so
cool.
I
was just
mean,
wondering why I missed because I
yeah,
came
it
in
was-
pretty
it
late.
was-
You know,
I mean, I have a problem trying to open up about that.
that's cool though. No, I'm
that
just,
matter that happened
you
to
don't
me
have to go
back in
anymore. I was just-
1992.
I just missed it, and I just figured I'd ask and see how things went.
I'm trying to figure out before I went outside, okay? And I was really smart.
When you came in the first time, you were this like real estate agent or an office manager or something.
Mole's got something. What is this?
Perry's eyes only.
Okay, it's for my eyes only.
Only
Oh
Perry.
God!
What is this? Cookie Caramello, it looks like. It's a stick figure of a guy with a huge penis and a cook on his knees with his mouth open.
Oh, wait a second.
He's
the sheriff.
the
Or
sheriff.
the admiral.
The admiral. Well, there you go.
Whatever.
Don, I want to ask you a
Go
question
ahead, Neil.
before we go. Look, I watched campaigns, finance campaigns, the presidents, and all the rest of it, and I realize how they're able to, attract money.
Neil, we've got a PayPal account at Simply Down the Podcast
Right.
Network at
And I want to ask you if you allow
at
me
hotmail.com where people can send us money, but nobody's sending us
check this
anything.
out. I want to be the Big Three podcast campaign finance manager. I want to be the one to attract the money for you guys.
Do you have a card?
I'm ready to roll. I'm a campaign finance manager. I'm a businessman, and I understand the role that it takes. Just like Obama or just like any president has to seek campaign money, this show, this new studio that you need and the Big Three podcast needs, and there's so many fans that would love this show to continue, is that it needs to to really push. And I did today. I went out and I pushed a little bit. But I only ask you live here is that if you don't mind,
Yeah.
I would like to
Would
ask
you
a
like
few
him
people.
to manage?
I would like to campaign finances.
I would love to have
I don't want to touch the money,
As a matter of fact, what I'd like
but
to
I
do,
know I'd put my name on that. This
I'll
money
tell
goes
you
to your
this.
studio.
I'll tell you this. If you do that, if you help us and we get that studio, we'll start a little podcast network.
Okay.
And one of the podcasts that I would like to have, besides our own, is Pillow Talk with Neil Leeds. Because I know that this show's a little rough on the edges, and I know that's not your style, and I appreciate you being part of
thank
it.
you.
But for you to have your own podcast on there, where you could talk about anything during Neil Leeds' Pillow Talk.
Sounds excellent. Don.
Mattresses.
And
Mole, what do you think?
And for that, beyond that, without knowing that,
Mole, are you sleeping? Mole, wake
Wake
up.
up. Wake
well,
up.
he's here at Pillow Talk. That sounds like sleep.
Not sleeping is nodding.
He's not.
Yeah, okay. We're running behind on the show, and we got to get to the best thing that we do on this show, without question. This is something that people write about when people quote the show. That's usually a line from this segment. It's time once again for a little mole play.
More play, let's play more play.
More plays right now, buddy.
More play, let's play more play. More play.
Now, before we get into the mole play, Mole, I believe you have to say something legally.
Mole play is in no way associated with Mole play, the home game and division of Perpedic Industries.
Okay, Mole play here is a improv game that we play where Mole will set up a scenario, he'll set the cast, and then he'll direct a scene. Now, Mole, what do we have on today's Mole play?
Okay. In today's Mole play, we're going to go back to the Narco Center for De-Drugification, where I just was, and we're going to find out how they made me smart. Dan, you're going to play Dr. Livingston.
I presume I can do that?
Wait, let me tell you. Neil, you're going to play Dr. Livingston, a genius but controversial new practitioner of mental health. Scaremaster, you're going to play Walter Molinski. You're going to play me and see if you can tap into smart me. Dan, you're going to play a down-and-out alcoholic drug addict who's also at the Narco Center. His name was Big Gus, and he kept trying to make man love on me.
Let me make sure I understand my role. I'm going to be playing a character called Big Gus, and we're in this.
He wasn't really trying to make man love me. He just kept trying to wrestle me and grab my crotch.
Okay. All right. I think I understand my role. All right. So that right over there is Dr. Livingston. Perry will be playing the character of Mole, and I will be playing the character of Big Gus.
The guy who kept trying to molest my downstairs at the Narco Center for De-Drugification.
And I am an alcoholic, correct?
You're an alcoholic.
Was I on drugs?
And drugs.
Okay.
NAA.
All righty.
Mole play!
Oh, man.
Hey, Walter.
What? Don't even give me that shit.
No, Gus didn't play around. He just jumped on top.
No way.
So there was no talking from Gus? It was
No, it was mostly about the doctor would try to counsel Mole to be smarter.
Okay, so we're in a meeting.
Meeting, yeah.
Now, I'm Big Gus, and
You're
I'm listening
You're in the
to this.
waiting room, and you're listening.
Well, Mole, as they say, I'm a renowned doctor, and I've been studying narcotics and abuse, and I'm here to make you smarter.
Yeah.
And what I've concocted up, basically another drug.
It was a drug.
Yeah, really?
I'm going to give you something, a better drug.
Why is this guy pounding on the door?
He's going to probably need that same
He
drug.
gave me the drug.
He's probably going to need the same drug that I gave him.
Let's get him out of.
You might want to invite him in. Would you like him in?
All right, come in. God damn it,
Walter!
I
love you, Walter. I love you.
always
Dr. Livingston,
Give him-
I presume.
Give him the water and medicine. He'll be fine.
Walter, let me see who's got a little penis. Who's got a little penis?
get off of me.
Let
Give
me
him
see
the
your
medicine.
penis.
Give him the
Let me see
medicine.
your
Give him the
penis.
I don't
medicine.
have any
that's a-
medicine.
You do.
That's
Here.
a
Give
good
it to him.
cock.
And
Give him
Walter
the medicine.
took the medicine.
Take the
Walter
medicine.
took-
Take the medicine. Take the medicine. It makes him smarter. It really makes him smarter. It's a very,
Walter
very special
took the
drug.
medicine. Then Gus slapped me across the
This
face.
drug,
and
bam.
said, I'm
It
going to
didn't
miss
kick
old,
in.
I'm
It didn't
going to
kick in
get
yet.
you, Walter.
I'm going to miss old dumb
It takes
Walter.
about 30 minutes.
Well, hold
30
everything.
minutes.
Hold everything. I'm going to miss dumb Walter. Let me see. Let me see that.
Sorry.
penis. Let me see that. Let me
Something
see
guys
it.
grabbed
Who's a
Walter
ticklish
again.
Walter?
Ah, hey,
Smart, you got
Suddenly,
it.
Walter got really smart.
excuse me. What's your first name again?
Gus?
And your last?
I don't know.
Well, excuse me, Gus.
Call me Big Gus.
Excuse me, Mr. Big.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind if I allowed you to?
Suck you off.
No, thank you.
Eat your ass.
No, thank you.
Fuck you.
There's a woman for that.
Grab you by the back of the hair. Ride you like a fucking horse coming all over your back.
You want to know something? You want me to cut your dick off?
No, I didn't say that to him. I told him that if he wants that kind of action, he should look. You go to see my friend Perry at 7722 Rustia Boulevard.
Hey, that's got to be cut out of the fucking.
What?
That is to be
What?
cut out of the motherfucking.
I don't think it
video.
can.
That's
We
what
did
I
it
told
live.
Gus.
If you
Brian, can
use-
that be cut out?
If
No,
you
it can't. It can't be cut out.
That's what.
Sorry.
No, listen,
that's what
listen.
I told Gus. I told Gus
They
if he
won't
wants
bother
to bang you.
I actually give them my cell phone. They really love you. And with your new smart pill, you're actually getting calmer.
Yeah, you
smarter.
do give your cell phone number
Yes,
out a lot.
and they call and they love you.
Cell phone is one thing.
Give your
Home
cell
address,
number right now.
818-390-2999.
No, I'm not talking
But
about
my
you. I'm talking
street
about
ad-
Neil.
Well, no, he's actually he's gaining smartness. He's actually gave his cell
Christ.
phone. Do it again.
818-390-2999.
Is that real? Because you don't
Of
want them
course
to
it's
hate you.
real.
You know, this is fans.
Call
they
my
love you.
call my fucking number
This-
now.
So the pill is working. Did it work for you?
And that was Mole Play.
More play, let's play more play. More play, let's play more play. More play!
Fucking
Well,
home address, you cocksucker.
Well, we're
me.
heading into the home stretcher. What are you mad about?
No, he's giving out my home address. I could give out your home address too, can't I?
HN.
You can't do that.
Hard narcotics.
Well, anyway,
gotta
we're
go.
on the home stretch of the show, so stick around for just
gotta
a
go.
sec. Hold on, Mole. We're in the home
Hard
stretch
spend that
here,
cash.
and we're about to
Yeah,
do the
hard
segment
narcotics,
that no one has
wrong.
ever liked. It's the worst thing that we've ever done. It was at one point popular on the public access show, but since it's come on the podcast, it's been terrible every week. It's time once again for Perry's Corner.
It's Perry's Corner.
Well, you know, the guy in the other corner is Walter, and I'm shocked that Walter came back looking as handsome as ever, and then all of a sudden he leaves the room for a second and comes back as Mole.
Yeah,
Where the fuck did Mole come
I
from?
don't know.
We should have kept Walter here.
Well, you're the one that said go outside.
I didn't say go outside. He
Yes,
said
you
he was
did.
going out.
You said
no,
he's
Walter
gonna go
said.
outside. You
Walter,
said,
no,
go
I
ahead.
didn't.
I remember
Walter
you said,
I'm going to go to the car and get some vitamin water.
and you
he
said
comes back
absolutely
and he
do
takes
it,
off the
just
other
like my
wig and he
father
puts on
Cookie
this wig and-
Caramello did.
Yeah, my father Cook. My father's name is not Cookie. You fuck.
It was his nickname.
You know, whatever. Cook, the head cook.
Is this
That's
your
good.
corner? What else you
What
got to
corner?
say?
What else do I
We're in
gotta
the
say?
middle of Perry's Corner.
All right.
Go for
Well,
it, Perry.
oh shit. You know, I'm
You know what would
happy
be,
that we're
you know
gonna
what would be fun to do in Perry's Corner, because it's always sucked, and I don't think there's any question about that. But since Neil is here, we should do the song that we wrote for Neil,
Oh, that sounds nice.
and we should bring Mary Jane over here. Okay, so we'd like to come over and have us join us in this song. Mary Jane, who's been a producer for all 42 shows. Mary Jane, welcome. Say-
42 shows.
That's a lot of shows.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, Mary Jane. So we'd like you to sing with us if you could. And, you know, I thought this is kind of a special song. So before we go tonight and say our final goodbyes, let's do a song. Let's try to lift the spirits
All
up again
right.
on our very last show. If you would, hit it. Here we go, guys. Start spreading the news.
I'm Neil with the deal.
I want to be a part of the Big Three podcast. These vagabond shoes are moving real fast, right to the very heart of it. Big Three podcast. I want to wake up in a bed that helps me sleep, and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap.
These little
the
towns.
These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it with a Big Three. If I can make it there, I'm gonna make it last. It's up to you, Big Three podcast.
of the list, king of the hill. I won't be these little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it with a big three. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you. Big three. Big
Good night, Glendale.
Well, that was a perfect ending to the show. And this is the part where we got to say goodbye.
I can't say goodbye yet.
Well, this is our last show.
It is so hard to say goodbye to
We
yesterday.
can't say goodbye.
We can't. Well, we're not
Shut
saying
up.
goodbye
Shut
to the
up,
show.
Perry. Shut up. Yeah, we are. Unless we get money.
You gotta
Yes,
listen
we
to
are.
Don here, but the campaign finance and manager.
Well, let's see what you can
is
do.
Neil G.
Let's see
Leeds,
what you can do.
And I have to drum up this.
Well, we're
money.
at least got to take a week off. I don't know when the new show is going to start at the new
Well,
studio, but hopefully
on your account.
when
Right?
look, check
What's
me
your
out
account?
on my Facebook account.
And
That
I
will
am
give you all the
going to
details.
Are you authorizing me so your fans know that I am your new campaign finance manager?
Absolutely. What do you think, Mole?
Is that okay?
China Corp.
Is that
Does
okay
that
with
would
you?
mean anything to you?
Is that okay with you, Perry?
I don't. We got to talk outside.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Is
I
it
think
okay with
it's-
you, Don?
Mole, do you think if it's okay if he's our campaign finance manager?
Our CFM, heck yeah. I'd love to have Neil's our
Perry?
CFM.
I mean, the guy's got 26 stores as Leeds mattress stores.
But he's never had a podcast before.
did
that
you
mean-
know?
But I had
But
to
now,
raise.
wait a second.
But I did have to raise money
Neil.
to get those stores.
But Neil,
he had to raise a lot of money to get those stores.
And I want to raise money. To
I
get
would love
this
to have it.
podcast.
I just don't
But
know
I
if
need
it can be done.
authorization.
I give you authorization,
All right, then.
but wait a minute before you do it. I
Okay.
don't know if the people like us.
They
enough.
love you.
Well,
You know what it is? Is they gotta understand that. You know, just
Well,
like
I'll tell you
I
this.
joked around. I said nothing's free in life, but I gave a few
all
free
right,
T-shirts.
Neil. But our PayPal account at Simply Don the Podcast Network at hotmail.com.
That thing's gonna rock.
It has not done anything
It's
yet.
gonna
so I
start
don't know.
now.
Anyway,
it will
that's
start.
Should we get Who cover band the Quadropheniacs to play Big Three live at Leeds?
Can I just say this?
What'd you say?
If there was an idea that was spectacular, that would be the greatest
It's a Who
thing
concert at
ever.
Leeds.
I got this.
A Who concert at Leeds?
I'm putting myself.
Yeah, you're going to get Roger
Get the
Daltrey.
set list.
What do you think that would cost, in all honesty? What do you think that would cost?
Priceless?
What would it cost to
A
get that
campaign
band
fine
to come
manager.
over and
Well,
play?
first they'd have to exist.
It will. Hey Don. So
I want to look up for a Who cover band.
Yeah, of
If
course.
we can have them play
My
live
last-
at Leeds mattress.
my
Uh,
last.
the show of the year.
hey,
My
you
last-
want a Who cover band? I'll get you
my
a Who
last-
cover band.
Okay. What were you saying, Neil?
I'm saying this. I love being here. I love getting out of my work and just getting out of the paying the bills. And I want to be the campaign financing manager. But it comes at a price. If I can't do it, I get fired. And if those fans, if they appreciate me and they understand what my work is to help you get your studio, I'm asking your fans to understand that I am the campaign financing manager, and I will be fired if I can't raise money to get this new
Neil?
studio.
You got the job.
Thank you, sir.
And if you do that,
Okay.
you will get your very own podcast
That's
called
amazing.
Pillow Talk on
I
Simply
want
Don the
Pillow
Podcast
Talk at
Network.
the Pillow-
There
I
you
want-
go.
I want
well,
the Pillow
guys,
Talk. Thank
you
you
know
very
what?
much, Don.
Real quick, to get us on the social networks, to keep in contact with us and make sure you find out when the next show is going to start, when we get our own studio. I'm at Don Barris on Facebook, Perry F. Caravello, and that's K-A-R.
C-A-R is in car, A-V is in Victor, E
Walter
double L L.
Molinski. Check us out on Windy City Heat. Tim Perpedic, don't forget him. Ding Dong Shows. Simply Don on on Twitter. Guys, put it there for the last time at Ace Broadcasting. Mary Jane, get in here. Come on over here. Here we go. Big Three. Loud. What the fuck out?
That's Rivet.
That's Rivet.
Rivet was on here. Remember?
They sure were. Boy, the days
Hey, what
at
was
Ace
your
were
favorite
great.
part about the Ace Broadcasting Show, Scaremaster?
My favorite part of the Ace Broadcasting Show was when you all of a sudden turned from Mole into Walter.
Mine were the
It
friends
blew
that I
me
met
away.
here.
It freaked me out.
I gotta get some more. This guy.
Well, I had a great time
Dr. Livingston
just
gave me
getting
his
out every
yellow
time I
pills.
ever came here. So thanks a lot. And it was nice getting to know you, and we're going to continue that.
I appreciate that.
Hopefully,
And as a campaign
hopefully-
financing manager, I got a lot to do, and we're going to build a bigger, better studio, and that's my job.
For Brian, Gary,
Richard.
Mary Jane, who's been here on every single show ever. Thank you, Mary Jane. Give Mary Jane a nice hand. She was been great the entire time.
Thank you, Mary Jane.
Guys, and that's it. So hopefully we see it down the road.
You don't see anyone. It's a podcast.
Well, that's a good point. Hopefully you hear us down the road. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Take care, folks.
Hey, Jen.